mortals, and welcome back to Breath of Fire 3.
So, when last we left off, I had just finished up some of my master stuff, and I was looking to figure out, what do I want to do here? So, I have a couple of options here in terms of how I want to proceed. And I think that the way that I'm going to handle this is we are going to take Monopolize off of Nina. We're going to take Steal off of Nina as well, actually. We're going to take Blind off of Nina. And anything else that I want to do? I don't think we want to take anything else off of her. She is basically going to be sidelined for a while. Now, Gar is getting monopolized, and I think I want to give him Steal. So we're giving him Steal and Monopolize. We are going to have him as a regular party member for a while. And that should be good. Question mark? Maybe. Let's see. Peiko can get rid of Wall of Fire, because he definitely doesn't need Wall of Fire. The other thing is that, do I want... I think I do. I'm going to take Frost Strike off of Arc, and I'm going to put that onto Peiko. Because I feel like having a AP using Strike ability on a character who predominantly wants to be using his AP for the purposes of excuse me. My brain broke. Sorry. He predominantly wants to be using his AP for other things, but also his turns, usually, he'll have something better to do. So the next thing we're doing is we're taking Resist off of Peiko, because Resist and Counter are both completely useless for Peiko. No reason for Peiko to have those. Charge we also do not need on Peiko, actually. We do need Last Resort. The reason we don't need Charge on Peiko is because the accuracy of Charge is based off of your Agility stat, which his Agility is trash. Now, Momo, I'm going to be dropping from the party temporarily. We're going to drop these abilities from her, and we are going to give some of this stuff to Gar. Gar doesn't have any real use for his, AP right now. So giving him Burn and Frost, I think, will be a good way to handle that. As for the rest, we don't want to get Peiko Blitz, so we're going to give it to Gar instead. I think Gar makes sense as a blitzer. So, next thing on the list, we have this guy. Actually, you know, I think we're going to give Blitz to him. Now, the reason that I'm not giving Super Combo to anyone yet, I haven't even moved it, is because it's not that good. It costs a lot of AP to cast, and it's valuable later in the game, but for now it's not really that valuable. Okay. So we have access to Blitz. We have access to some other stuff. My intent for Arc is pretty solid for now. And Nina, set. We've got Monopolize on Gar. Now, Gar doesn't need to use a Monopolize immediately. We're not using that immediately. That's for the future. We don't need Monopolize right now. We're just going to drop Gar into the party and split the experience, but then I'm going to need that Monopolize once Arc hits level 18, because he can't level any further from there. Let's see. So, yeah, there we go. I think that we are set here. We have Blind on somebody that's going to be in the party, right? No, we don't. Okay, we're going to put Blind on him. Because we can, basically. Oh, and we need resist on somebody. I'm going to put resist on Arc. Because the resist snooze combo is a serious freaking combo, and I'm probably not going to use it for any bosses. But it would be funny to demonstrate how it basically works. With resist, snooze, and basically, if you outspeed your enemy, you have the resist ability, you have the snooze ability, and you have the dream ring to protect you from the sleep effect, you're invincible. So basically what that means is that as soon as you can get an X turn against an enemy, you can attack on your X turn or use snooze to restore AP on your X turn, and just infinitely stay alive because you just use resist every turn on the main turn. So, wish I could be as calm as he is at a time like this. The story must be keeping her... Well, maybe she shouldn't be sitting right next to him, though. First, there was the crazy old man in the volcano. Then Gar gets all quiet on us. I have a bad feeling about this. I've seen lots of ruins from the Techno Age, but Angel Tower looks different somehow. Looks like it could date as far back as the days of the Dragon War. Okay, so Gar is going to be plot relevant here, so obviously we're going to need him in the party. That's not shocking or surprising. I'm actually going to start up... Oh, that's the other thing that I didn't check. I did not check the rod quality for this second rod. Because both this one and the other one break easily, and I don't know... I don't know. Okay, so we're going to swap up our... Oh, never mind. We're not going to swap up our party. We're not doing that yet. So the first thing we're actually going to do... we just dumped a bunch of skills off of Nina. So we're going to first go talk to Yggdrasil. And we're going to learn all of Yggdrasil's skills. You've come back. It looks like you're putting my wisdom to good use. Very well, let me teach you something else useful. Nina learned Sanctuary. So the time has come for me to share my wisdom, eh? Oh, yes it has, my friend. Yes it has. You've come back. It looks like you're putting my wisdom to good use. Very well, let me teach you something else useful. Nina learned Recall. So the time has come for me to share my wisdom, eh? Indeed it has, sir. Indeed it has. If by wisdom you mean nothing, just go away. You've come back. Looks like you've been putting my wisdom to good use. Very well, let me teach you something else useful. Nina learned Shield. Okay, there we go. So, Shield is a amazing ability. Shield gives... either 25% or 50%. I actually have not checked the stats on that. Because I don't know whether... There's a doubling effect that happens. I'm not sure whether it's 25 or 50 because of the doubling effect. I think it's like 12.5% that then gets doubled. But I could be wrong on that. So I think that forecasting is the cap. Excuse me. But again, I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, and it hits the entire party. So that is an ability that you saw an enemy use. However, this is one of the first abilities that we have obtained that is not considered to be an enemy skill, but is teachable by a master. So that is an ability that certain characters can learn through leveling, and it is not considered to be an enemy skill that you can just pick up. Unlike Typhoon, for instance, which is a skill that you can learn by leveling, and is also a skill that you can learn from enemies. So we are going to actually camp up because I want to take a look at my current masters list. The other thing that I actually want to do, because this is kind of silly, I need to go talk to Mary Leap. So we are not ready to finish up Mary Leap yet, so that's unfortunate. We can't finish her, but we can get her first ability and possibly her second ability. I think actually her second ability as well. Both of which are very strong. Both of which are very good abilities. We don't actually have the party member that we want, do we? Did I change my party? I don't know why I opened the menu. No, we didn't change our party. So, we need to change our party up. Now, I was doing some debating with regards to how I wanted to handle this particular part. So, this master is this is the kind of master that I would prefer not to spend any levels under, generally speaking, because the penalties to the core stats, I think, are too significant to justify the bonuses to HB and to AP. I say that, and basically, it's tempting for me because, as I've established in the past, core stats for the protagonist, for Ryu, are not that important because of the fact that you can you can just go into a dragon form and just automatically you have enough of those core stats. The problem with that is basically the speed penalty is really significant. So I'm actually redebating this. So basically, right now, Arc has 16 agility. If I were to put him under this master from level 18, excuse me. So if I were to put him under this master from level 18 to level 26, I would lose a total of 8 agility from my previous master's decisions, but I would get those points obviously substantially later. I'd be passing a lot of bosses in the interim. And I don't think it actually affects. You know what? I've actually changed my mind. I've convinced myself I am going to put Ryu under this master. I'm not going to put Gar under this master. I'm just not going to do it. Which means I don't know what I want to do with Gar. That is some trouble. Just give me one moment, because I've just convinced myself to do something that I hadn't intended to do before, and that means that it screws up my entire thinger. So I need to take a look at my masters. Who am I looking for? Okay, so Gar. So if we do this with Ryu from 18 to 26, then that means that we have this person, 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 this person. I have all of these masters accounted for already. That leaves us with this master here. Ooh. I need 15 levels under one of these masters, which is a lot of levels. That's a lot. If I leave Gar at level 13... that might be what I want to do. That might be what I want to do. Huh. Do I though? The alternative. I have an alternative that I could put. No, I don't. I don't think that alternative works very well. So we are going. This is going to be so weird. Okay, so I do actually now have to swap this up. I apologize. We're going to have to swap up my strategy a bit, but that's okay. Let's see. So we need to swap our allies. We're going to put Nina back in the party because it turns out she's still welcome. Let's see. Who has those abilities? Okay, I guess in order to generate the effect that I'm looking for, I am going to have to use Flame Breath to do it. That's fine. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to activate the Vulcans, but I can activate the Vulcans with Arc. So we need to completely change everything that we had just intended to do, which is great. No problems there. And let's see here. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Sorry. I have a tendency to swap that, but I left it on the default this time. Ba-da-ba-ba. Hello, Mary Lee. We were waiting for you to get... We? Looks like Ark is learning lots of our secrets. Here's another one. Ark learned Charm. There's so many things we can show you. Show us! Bye-bye. We were waiting for you to come. It looks like Ark is learning lots of our secrets. Here's another one. And, oh! I thought that was the last ability, not the second ability. Well... That's delicious. What are we gonna do? Kill thyself, sir. Break yourself against my glorious body. Okay, so we are going to head over to go fish. Do we want to go fishing right now? I don't think we do. I'm not going to go fishing quite yet. Instead, I think I am going to, because I need to get more skilling, unfortunately. But I don't think there's any reason for me to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue on. Now, the Charm ability, the reason that I wanted to pick that up is because Charm allows you to double the drop rate and the steal rate from an enemy. Well, I say double. It's actually not doubling. It usually is doubling, but not always. What it does is it increases the... what's the word? It increases the category of the drop one tick. So the rarest items in the game are 1 in 256 chance, which is really, really low. Okay, that's a super rare drop. The next is 1 in 128, right? So that's just double, and then it's 1 in 64, then 1 in 32. But I think it jumps from 1 in 32. I think it skips 1 in 16 straight to 1 in 8. And then it's 1 in 4, and then 1 in 1/2, etc. So I think that for things that have a drop rate of 1 in 32, it will dramatically increase, it quadruples the chance for you to get them. I'm not positive on that. I'd have to look at the drop rate numbers. But either way, for most items, it always gives you at least double the chance of actually obtaining the item. Okay, so we're going to pop in here. Now our goal, we have 3 characters who can all get experience. Nina can't get a lot of experience, but we're about to get her a master that will take her all the way up to level 25. So, from a practical standpoint, she can get as much experience as she damn well pleases in here, because we're not going to be capping out. Do I actually want... And I think I do. The next time I run into lava men, I'm going to start charming them. I think that lava men actually drop something interesting. Okay, so Arc is now... Oh, wow. I accidentally skipped it because I pressed X and O pretty much at the same time. But that is Arc getting Shield. So Arc has now got Shield. We now have 2 people in the party who can cast Shield. So we can just skyrocket the entire party's defense values pretty much instantaneously. It's going to be badass. So he... I think he's going to charm the Lizard Man, because I think the Lizard Man has something cool, too. Wait, is he in the front row? I accidentally left Ryu in the front row instead of the correct person. You know what? I forgot to give Nina rest. Nina rest would be very useful, but oh well. He's only hitting for 30. I don't think he's in the front. He shouldn't be in the front row with 30 damage. Okay, I need Arc to take a nap. It occurs to me that the only way for him to actually regenerate HP is if I actually give it to him, so let's do that. And that is very interesting. They have exclusively attacked Arc. Okay, so we have 1,000 EXP. Okay, it dropped a broadsword, which I think means that it's not going to drop what I want it to. Yeah, it's fine. So, continuing right along. I'm gonna go try to intimidate this thing just to see how it goes. Oh my god, it worked! Okay! Ooh, not quite. Go, Nina! Alright. So we have about 1,000 experience to go, and... Oops. Okay, so I think they're all confused. Yep. I need to... Some changes need to be made here. Oh! So close. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so... I'll go ahead and snooze again. He... City Hoover Ring of Fire. And attack. Alright, so we're gonna use a couple of rejuvenates to heal Peiko up. Do we need to? Not really, because now there's nothing that's gonna hurt him, so we don't need to worry about it now. He can take a little bit of physical damage, but he can't really take very much. Yeah. Even with him at like virtually no HP, he has the same as Nina has at full HP, so... I should have used at least one. Holy shit! Them deeps! That was 50 damage on Nina. Holy crap. Oh right, she has Idrisil as a master, I forgot! Idrisil makes you weak against fire. So if she doesn't have the fire ring equipped, she's gonna take... What was it, 50% extra damage from fire? Oh, ooh, he learned Venom Breath, but I didn't see his stats because I'm pushing through the things too fast. He now has 212 max HP. Oh, 117 power. Oh my god. So he has 107 power base. That's a little alarming. Not base, it's with equipment, but like, that's 107 power without the Titan belt that he's got equipped. So he's already the strongest person in my party. Okay, so... Oh, why is she doing that? Oh wait, did I put steel on... I put steel on Gar. Oh god. So we're gonna charm this anyway. Because in addition to the protein, which is a really cool steel, this thing also has a good drop. I'm gonna snooze once. Ooh! Up to 11 HP regen per round. I didn't realize how cheap it was to cast these buffs. Alright. Just because I have all of the mana in the world, we are actually going to use Trigon, because why the hell not? Oh, actually I don't want to use Trigon now that I think about it. I don't want to use Trigon just because... I'll use Trigon for the next Vulcan that I come across. take this off of him. And we're gonna put it on Nina. Use Flame Breath. That wakes up the Vulcan. And we're gonna hope that he uses Lava Burst. I'm gonna go ahead and restore form. Because I didn't think that this was a learnable skill, but Lava Burst is a learnable skill. So we're gonna go ahead and snooze. Alright. So everybody's just gonna inspect. And we will rejuvenate on Peiko. If it decides to use a physical attack on Nina, then she's boned, but that's not that big a deal. Nice! So we got Lava Burst on the first try. Peiko learned Lava Burst. So now we can just charge this thing. Do 0 damage with her. Still has pretty high defense. You know, I don't think I'm actually in an attack formation. Because Peiko did not counter one of those attacks. But Peiko has 100%. Oh, never mind. He didn't counter because he was using Examine. Okay. Which actually confirms that you can't counter while examining. Which means that if you want to avoid one of your party members getting a kill on something, you absolutely can just examine to negate that possibility. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Got another Vulcan here. Charm it up. Oh, he has Lava Burst. That's great. So Peiko can actually use his mana now to Lava Burst these things. And I think I'm going to on my next turn. Lava Burst! Vulcan defense. I do wish that there was a larger assortment of, like, healing abilities that you could pick up from enemies. I'm gonna try a Shadow Walk. I don't even know what it looks like as a kid. I didn't actually get a chance to see it because it's basically invisible where he was. No. I'm not gonna have Peiko use Frost Strike because I want him to save his mana to use on the the lava bursts that he's going to use to wake them up. Boom, 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 boom. Nope. Farewell, friend. Okay, so Nina is very close, but that's fine because we are very close as well. So we found a life shard here. We can move on. And we can save the game. So, you can see that this road just goes around, but we can't get through it, so. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. So we now have access to a couple of new towns, and one of those towns has a person in it that is going to be very relevant to our interests. Namely, it's a master for Nina. So we're going to save the game, and hopefully we will be able to pop back through the volcano, get the 2 levels that we need to get on Ark, and then we can get him the final ability from Mary Leap, and then we can throw him on Geodo. Now, see, the reason that throwing him on Geodo is a little bit weird to me is I just boosted his agility by a lot. But agility is kind of binary. Like, you either have enough or you don't. And it's going to dramatically reduce my agility at a given level to put him under Geodo. Sometimes when you're rooting around like this, you find a machine that's alive and acts up on you. You know, those christened machine soldiers. I wonder if there's nothing here I can use. We're sailors from Rapallo. Only our engines broke down. Bet everyone back home's worried about us. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the weapon store. But the key is that it takes so long to be able to level past level 19. Oh wow, Barbarossa. 82 power. So Shotgun Shell has... That is interesting. We're gonna see... If I wanted, I could get that right now. How much is it? Proteins are worth 100. Which is an ivory dice burst. Not much. So I could technically buy this if I wanted. It would actually put Ark ahead of Peiko, which would be very amusing. Not for very long, I don't think, but it would put him ahead of Peiko for a short period of time at the very least. So the question here is, do I want to pick this up? It does electric damage. It does electric damage. He has effectively unlimited mana. And he has access to Frost Strike and Wind Strike. So even while he has this equipped, he can take advantage of the attack power while using different attack damage types. I'm gonna take a look here. What is available? Ooh! Interesting. I'm debating whether I want that Barbarossa or not. We'll find out. Do you have business with the Machine Guild? No? I guess not. Nothing here but a pile of junk anyway. If you're worn out from looking for junk, we can pep you up in no time. Oh, that's interesting. Why do the inoculations cost different amounts for different people? So inoculations are a cool and interesting mechanic in this game that I never use, so... We don't get many visitors around here. As you can see, nothing here but junk. Junk that you can turn into amazing items. Doesn't seem like junk at all. There used to be nothing but a big pile of junk here. But people realize it's a good place to get parts, so they just settled down. Even though we're called the Machine Guild, we don't actually make machines, see? We just look for parts that we can use to repair them. You folks must really like machines to come all the way out here. I carried him here from Rapala, but the ship engine broke down. I hear they're having the Machine Guild repair it. Okay, so we have a couple of key things that we want to do here. I'm not going to buy anything from these guys. Did you know there's also a kind of boat called a junk? That is true. There is a type of boat called a junk. I'm not sure why you're telling me that, but the ship's engine broke down and we can't get back home. Ah, I miss the ocean. I mean, it's right there. You could just go swim in it. You know, I wonder sometimes, who made all these machines in the first place? How do the machines work? Darned if I know. What difference does it make as long as they work, right? Ooh, there's an item here, too. I found a teacup! You must have something really important to say. To come all the way back here just to talk to me, eh? No. They say our ancestors made these machines long ago. They were a lot smarter than we are, weren't they? That man over there is the head of the Machine Guild. Everyone calls him Chief. Nothing! Anything over here? No. And I think this is just... I'm wrong. Good thing I came up here. Green apple. This junk mountain used to be a lot bigger, you know. But it's gotten smaller as people take bits and pieces away. Hey. Parts! Parts! Okay, out we go. And let's take a look over here. We got, hello, friend. I don't know how that works, but as long as they works. Indeed. You found a multivitamin. What if the machines weren't made to use Chrism as energy, but they're using Chrism as a substitute for something else? Well then, Mr. Smarty Pants McGee, what would Chrism be standing in for? On the other side of the village there. Over there, is lead out to the beach to the outer sea. Lots of machines wash up over there. That there is a machine soldier. Pretty neat, huh? Weapons array on this one's broken, so he's safe. One of these days I figure I'll fix him. Up and use him for something. Restricted, only guild members permitted. Okay then. So we could pick up Barbarossa. We're not going to. Not yet, anyway. But it's kind of interesting that we can actually afford it. I wasn't expecting that I would be able to afford it. And alright. Is there area famous for the big ones? Black Porgy. Manillo. Okay, so we have a Manillo here. That's good to know. Ba-dun-dun-dun. So we can go to the tidal caves if we want. Can I run into the encounters here? Yes! Interesting! So I can run into the enemies in the tidal caves here. I'm trying to remember if there's anything here that is important. Oh, actually, I need to run away. I don't know how much experience this is going to give, but I need to give Nina her thing first. I haven't saved yet. So we're going to go to that other town, and we can come back to the tidal caves later. The fact that we can run into the enemies there is interesting, and I wasn't expecting that I'd be able to run into any enemies. So we can go over there later. But first to here. So we're going to Urkantapa. Welcome, travelers, to Tapa, the village of the Arkan people. Oh, actually, the other thing that I'm going to do first is I am going to confirm. I'm pretty much 100% certain, but I am anal about this kind of stuff. I am going to go over here and look at my master list, and Yggdrasil is starred, so we are set. So Nina is going to swap off of Yggdrasil onto a master that we can find here, which will work well. And boom, 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 boom. This is the Hall of Prayer. We gather here once a day to offer our prayers to God. Our God teaches us that we must fight evil wherever we find it. Even now, when there is no evil to be found in the world, we must keep ourselves prepared and strong. If you wish, traveler, you can learn from us what God teaches. Sure, why not? I see you are wise and prudent. Very well then, go forth and train, that you might be able to partake of God's wisdom. Okay, so we are swapping her. She now has the ability to pick up 5 new levels. This is Breath of Fire 3, my friend. It is the greatest of madness. So I've been wanting to do a Breath of Fire 3 run for a while, and I've been in the background in between my actual live streams. I've been doing the math for Breath of Fire 3. Basically, like 2 games ago, I got myself in a Breath of Fire 3 mood. I'll be doing more wizardry, to be sure, but this game, when I finally realized that I had enough information to go on that I could play this game, that I could actually legitimately start up this run, it just took precedence over everything else, because I just, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you have the passion for, and I had the passion for this one at this particular moment. So, but I will be continuing wizardry, to be sure. It's just that, again, it's Breath of Fire 3. You can't not play Breath of Fire 3 when you have the opportunity. It is forbidden for us to say aloud the name of our god and our enemy. I wonder why. After defeating the evil, almost all of the angels entered a deep, long sleep. We must not forget our prayers to God, even now when the world is free of evil. So, it's forbidden to say aloud the name of our god and our enemy. Is that because people who played Breath of Fire 1 and Breath of Fire 2 might know what those names mean? Maybe. The Patriarch lives above here. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Oh, absolutely. I might not even finish this game completely before I move on to wizardry. The beginning of this game is the absolute most interesting from a perspective of like doing the masters and things like that. I am intending on doing like all of the optional bosses. I'm intending on getting all the items, doing all the farming stuff. The farming stuff is probably going to happen intermittently over the course of the next several weeks. And so I'll probably be starting wizardry before I actually completely finish this game. I'll be doing more wizardry before that point, most likely. And yes, that is an onion. And it is, in fact, the God Onion. Peiko is a monstrosity. The patriarch of our people, Sudama, lives above here. Whoops. The patriarch is meditating. No one's allowed to enter. He's meditating with a rock. Peiko is actually one of the main reasons that I was so, like, anxious to play this. You don't remember the onion? Oh. Huh, Angel Tower? Why, it's to the east of the village. It's one of our holy sites. Rest and be at peace, travelers. That tower to the east of the village. They say it's a ruin from when we fought some enemies years ago. Yeah, the don't that just beat all guy is unfortunately dead. He died pretty early. You can use the spring to refresh yourself, like at an inn in the outer world. Of course, we'll charge you money for it. You bastards. Sorry. I don't think it counts as spoilers when you're watching, you know, a game this far in. That is at the very beginning. So basically, you start out the game as just a little dragon, and then you take control of Ryu after the dragon gets captured. And okay, let's face it. It's pretty obvious that the dragon is Ryu. So Ryu is in like a little tiny whelp form, and then escapes. But then Rei and Tipo like sort of adopt him, and then you go on some like myriad like adventures, like, oh, let's go, you know, mug people because, you know, like that kind of stuff with them. And then eventually you piss off a massive crime syndicate that tries to kill all three of you, but Ryu is practically immortal. So every time they stab him and impale him through the chest with a sword, and he just shapeshifts into his dragon form when he takes too much damage. So they eventually decide, okay, well, rather than kill him, let's try to make money off of him. Hijinks ensue, but the other two aren't dragons, so they dead. You came through the volcano? I've heard stories about a crazy old man living there. Did you see him? I remember hearing stories about God and evil as a kid. I always liked the parts about the fighting myself. And Nina, like, has, like, high hopes, like, throughout the entire Hello. Looks a lot like Gar. It does look like Gar. Do we have anything that we want to do here? Are these hot springs? That's interesting, actually. The one on the left, her eyes are open. The one on the right, her eyes are closed. As I sit here meditating, I can feel my heart being purified. It's a way of cleaning the heart and mind. But yeah, afterward, like, you do hear, like, talk of some, like, no, not a chance. I'm not removing the Onion character. He's a badass. Once you see him in combat, you will absolutely approve of the Onion. But let's see here. You get indications that there's some thief running around, and Nina makes the assumption that it's Tipo, but, I mean, young ragamuffin thieves are kind of a dime a dozen. And there's never really any evidence to suggest that it's Tipo, and then that whole plot thread just disappears completely. Like, by now, we haven't heard any more talk about, like, ooh, you know, there's some young ragamuffin. It's like, no, just some random hoodlum in Windia. So, I mean, who knows? You know, maybe that will turn out to have actually been Tipo and we'll find him somewhere, but I think the odds of that are actually small. There is always a Nina, there's always a Windia, there's always a Ryu, there's always a Daze. Sometimes her name changes for the English version. Let's see, who else is always in there? I don't know who else is always in there, actually. Actually, I think that's if you count all 4 games in this series, because there are 4 games in the series. If you count all 4 games, then yeah, I think those are the only things that are in every single one. Okay, so yes, so we're now continuing back. Oh no, we're not. We need to go fishing. Oh no, I really like the 4th one. I think that it's very different from the first 3, right? It's very different from the first 3, but the 3rd is very different from the first 2 as well. Like the 3rd, absolutely 100% makes significant changes to the lore that are important, and I would say that if you aren't going to count 4, you probably shouldn't count 3 either, because of the fundamental nature of the way that 3 interacts with the lore of the first 2 games. That's my thinking, right? Is the first 2 have a clear connection, and the way that they connect makes coherent sense. The 3rd one kind of throws a wrench in that, with some of the things that they do with the plot, and so I would say that if you're going to throw out 4, you should probably throw out 3 as well. That's my thinking. But I would say you should just keep them both in, because I think they're both badass. The viewer is not always right. This is my channel. I am always correct. Bow before my power. Okay, so we're gonna catch the Manillo first, just to see what things we need to catch. And then we will continue on with catching other stuff. We have a lot of fishing to do, because we haven't done any fishing in any of these places. I'm sure that this thing's gonna ask for bass, and, like, sea bass, and black bass. There's a lot of bass in this game, okay? There we go. Welcome to the Manillo Trading Shop. Okay, that's actually interesting. None of this stuff is particularly interesting, actually. Lion's Belt and Wisdom Ring can both be purchased from stores. So, that means that I don't actually need any of this stuff. Interesting. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna... I'm gonna go to the other fishing spot to do my skill stuff. I'm gonna try to catch 6 octopus and convert them into skill links. And then I think we'll be set. I think that that's all that we need to do. Now, what are we gonna do with these characters? We are... If you don't like gross fish creatures, you're gonna be in for some unfortunate business throughout this stream. Okay, so... I'm gonna go ahead and charm these, which I had intended to do before and forgot. I don't remember what they drop, but I think they drop something interesting, so... Yes, I made it to the city. I made it to the city, and as far as I can tell, I did most of the stuff in the city. I'm honestly a little confused, because I feel like I should have more that I should be doing, but don't feel like I can do it. That makes any sense? Yeah, I picked up the party members that you pick up in the city, and I'm currently just sort of wandering around the wilderness trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go next, because basically one of the party members told me to just talk to a couple of people, and I talked to them, and then I was expecting that after I talked to them, there would be some follow-up, and there has not been any follow-up since then, so... So I don't know. What I do know is that these lava men are going to die. Boom! Get wrecked, my friend. And Nina can level up as much as she wants. So, I'm like looking at her experience going, oh no. But now that I think about it, she has 5 levels ahead of her. Why am I worried? Alright. I'll go back and just start throwing keywords at people. Because most of the keywords people just basically ignore and don't say anything interesting about, so... I'll go back in there, because I just decided to wander off. Which has served me well in the past. And then I got eaten by things in the wilderness, which was interesting. I don't know why I had her defend. She could have killed that lava man. The music in this game is very good. Indeed. Everything about this game is just so amazing. I love this game so much. The plot is super interesting. The characters are amazing, honestly. I like all the characters. They all have their own, like, interesting components to them. And... sure, we'll go with that. But... let's see here. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. No. Oh, actually. Ooh. One shot, one kill. Let's see. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So basically, this is like just one of the best games of all time. I come back to it regularly. Okay, so I'm never going to play Xenogears then. The rest of you have God mode to thank for the fact that I am never going to touch the Xenogears. And in fact, I will not touch Xenosaga just in case. Just in case. I'm kidding. So, I don't know if that's going to be the next retro RPG that I do. because I never know what the next retro RPG I'm going to do is. I haven't actually finished that game. So it's something that I should play again at some point. Because I've played it, but I haven't finished it. I remember at one point, during one of my playthroughs, I remember getting basically just running into a brick wall in a cave. Yes, this onion is absolutely ridiculous. You are correct. In the best possible way. Da, 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 da. There we go. We got a nice little friend here. So I think it's going to defend, and then I'm going to hit it with a lava burst, and then I have multiple turns to bash it after that point. It's going to be great. The Vulcan begins to move! Oh yeah, I 100% agree. I never finished the game, but I eventually got past the brick wall that I was facing off with back in the day. But I never actually ended up finishing the game. I wasn't doing live streaming or anything like that. That was just me playing for myself, and I just got distracted and wandered off. That's a thing that happens to me a lot, is that I just get distracted and wander off when I'm playing stuff. And as I'm sure you have noticed as I'm doing this and not doing wizardry right now. And I really like the wizardry game. I think that the combat is taking a little long. Honestly, I think that it's a little slow-paced with the combat at the start. And I think that that's because of the way that it's programming the, wow. 0 HP, but she gets 10 AP. Well. So Arc is level 17. 4 points of agility. Hot diggity. So we have one more level to get on Arc. And since we do have one more level to get on Arc, do I want to get that before I continue out? I guess I probably should, shouldn't I? There we go. Got another Vulcan. Da, 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 da. I'm actually gonna snooze a couple turns. I think that it's... The creature design on these, I'm pretty sure, is deliberate and awesome. It is a glorious stone butt. Its buttocks is, in fact, the most glorious component of the Vulcan. Alright, so... And Arc can't do what he wants there. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Rejuvenate on Peiko. Oh yeah, no, I'm just agreeing with you. I assumed that you meant that it was awesome and hilarious. I'm agreeing with you because I hadn't actually commented on it before, but yes, oh yes. It is glorious. Poisons and sleeves targets. Vulcan defends. Lava burst! There we go. So... Arc doesn't really do very much damage. I think I'm just gonna have him take a nap. I'm gonna keep him just resting over and over again to get himself some AP. Because he is, after all, my primary healer. I don't want Peko to Frost Strike because I need to kill a couple more of these. Yes, he can. He can. And he will be soon. TM. Lovely, I missed. That's just what I want to see. The if you look back at the, I actually have several highlights that I've made for different boss fights in this game, and if you look back at those, the way that I've been using the dragon form has been so bizarre that I'm proud of the way that I've used dragon form because it is ludicrous. The way that it's been utilized as basically I've been using the dragon form as a stall mechanic because for most of the game the protagonist was level 9 and just completely out of his league. We're just gonna charge. So since the protagonist has been out of his league and just not in a good way for most of the game, I've been using it as a stall mechanic. You know, just like using exclusively the reverse gene with nothing else to actually reverse, because it costs the least amount of AP to use. Like, nonsense like that. It'd be nice if I would stop missing. I guess I could give Peko the Artemis Cat. There we go. Peko, level 18. Oh man, he just got 19 more max HP. So that level in and of itself is another +1 to his regen per round. Peko the Dominator. I would say that Peko is almost as overpowered as Ryu. Almost. Let's not get too crazy. The fact that he has 100% reprisal rate certainly helps. Okay, he doesn't actually have 100%. He has a 50% reprisal rate. But if you put him at the front of an attack formation, then he actually gets a doubled reprisal rate, because that's one of the components of the attack formation, is that the lead member gets doubled reprisal rate. So it doubles up to 100%. So Peko can just passively have a 100% reprisal rate as long as he's on the front row. I don't think I need to do anything special here. I'm just gonna blast this Vulcan. Unfortunately, I'm running out of stuff. This is actually funny because I'm gonna get a little overleveled here. Just because it takes so long to get Arc up to 18, because he was so far behind for so long. But I need to get him to 18 because there's going to be an extended period where I don't have access to Mary Leap coming up soon. And so I could keep going for a little bit before I do that. But I don't want to do that, because if I continue on a little bit, then I'm not getting very much experience, because the Vulcans and things in here are actually worth way more experience. Oh! Oh! We just got the magma armor! So magma armor is god tier armor that also absorbs flame. So instead of the asbestos armor, we are now going to equip the magma armor, and now we have 2 people who absorb fire attacks in the party. That's what I like to see. So that's the thing that those guys can drop that is super badass. Okay, we have quite a few of these things. I don't need to charm that thing because I've now established what it drops, so... These are weak against lightning, I believe? So we're going to try and transform it to dragon form. And even in dragon form, he doesn't have as much HP as Peiko, but it is important to recognize that that HP bar is effectively unlimited because he can just pop himself back into dragon form if he needs to. Okay. Okay. Interestingly enough, this dragon form is not fast enough to get an X turn right now. We're gonna go ahead and use a Thunder Breath. We are going to stab this thing. And I think this will kill the lizards. Yeah. A little bit. So, let's be honest. Peiko's good. Peiko's good. He's no Ryu, but he's good. He's no Ryu, but he is good. I think that for, like, just casually, like, plowing through enemies without having to, like, use a lot of turns, Peiko is actually a little bit better. But for any time that you're dealing with something actually difficult, Peiko is not as good as the protagonist. So here's a question. Snooze. I think that Peiko will consistently one-shot now, but I'm not positive, so... And I will say that the protagonist gets substantially more ludicrous when you pair him with the Snooze ability and a Dream Ring. The fact that he can just sit there and regenerate 4 AP every single turn with no side effects is kind of ludicrous. It was already pretty ludicrous when he was doing that with, Oh, right, I wanted to charm these, didn't I? What was it saying? Oh, it was already pretty ludicrous when he was actually getting put to sleep by it. But now that he's not even falling asleep as a result, it's just mean-spirited. Okay, so this is going to be worth, I believe, 360 experience. Alright, so this is the last time that Peiko is going to be able to... use a Lava Burst. I don't know how much damage I'm going to do with a Frost Claw here. But given that I can attack it with Frost Claw over and over again on X turns, yeah, that's a pretty decent amount of damage. And I'm largely, like, swapping into, like, Dragon form and sort of demonstrating this because of the fact that I don't want people to actually think that, like, Peiko is that overpowered compared to the protagonist. It is very much just the way that I've been using Peiko and the way that I've been operating my party. Bear in mind that Peiko's at the front of an attack formation. Oh my god, I got the Magma Armor. Okay, so we got 2 sets of Magma Armor, which is great, because we can put that on 2 different people. We don't actually have 2 people in our party to benefit from it at the moment, but that's fine. And we are going to be able to leave here, and that's... Whoop-ah! And I also have not gotten the single most ludicrously overpowered thing that the protagonist gets access to, that starts basically just throwing him ahead of absolutely everybody else, basically forever. Where it's like, okay, the game is over, the protagonist has this gene, and is now a god. Right? We're talking cheap, ludicrously effective, and that's about it. It's cheap and ludicrously effective. Oh, and infinite scalability. Like, it scales really, really well. The only issue is, of course, he can't use it on round 1. But Peiko is really slow, so it's not like that really matters that much. The enemies are getting a turn either way. Okay, so we are done with Merry Leap. We can go over here. I actually need to get into a fight with a Goo Titan over here somewhere. So I'm gonna try to get into a fight with a Goo Titan to learn the skill that I can learn from them. I'm not concerned about over-leveling here, because I am giving Giotto to... Oh, nice! This is exactly what I was looking for. Let's see. Oh my god! That was a hefty hit. I don't know when this does this, so... I hope this thing doesn't die. Oh, right. I forgot. I can't kill with that. So you can't reprisal if you're examining. That is a huge issue, actually. Okay. Do I want? And the answer is yes. So if this doesn't use the ability that I'm looking for soon, I'm gonna probably have to start damaging it, which I'm a little concerned about, because I don't know how much HP it has. So if it attacks Nina, it's probably just gonna kill her in one hit, regardless of what it tries to use. There's not much I can do about that. But if it uses... Okay, I feel like it's not going to use this unless I damage it a bit. We're going to examine one more turn. And then I'm going to check its AI. Oh wow, you actually have a lot of HP. Okay. So, we need to get it to a quarter of its max HP in order to get it to use that ability. We were actually going to charm this. What is the steal again? Oh, hello. I can steal a life shard from this. Good to know. So we're going to start attacking this thing. Thank you! Wait, what? Didn't I equip the ring on him? Oh god, I forgot to equip the ring on him. I'm a dope. Taking a bunch of damage for no reason. Ugh. Okay, so this is the problem with not paying enough attention. Do I want to attack it again? I don't think I'll kill it. If I crit on either the reprisal or the normal hit, it's gonna die. Okay. Yes! We got Time Blow. Perfect! Okay, Arc learned Time Blow. Okay, now we kill it. Whoa. That is a lot of EXP. Holy shit. I did not expect that. Cool. Okay, so here we go. We can swap over to Arc. Clear our path. Bum, ba-da-bum. Boop! We were waiting for you to come. It looks like Ark has learned lots of our secrets. Here's another one. Ark learned War Shout. So War Shout is basically shield for attack power. War Shout is crazy good. We're gonna run away from that. Ba-da-ba. Fairies don't believe in clothes. Da, 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 da. Okay, so what does that mean for us? We should now be ready to slap Ark onto Geodo. And once Ark is on Geodo, we are safe for a while. We do need to do one other quick change, which is give Monopolize to Ark himself. And not every creature. Just more than you'd think. Just significantly more than you would imagine are naked. Let's see. What am I doing? We are saving. But first, we're going to look at the master list. And there we go. Mary Leap is mastered. So we're going to save the game, and then we are going to slap our dear friend, what's his name, onto Geodo. It will be glorious. Glorious, I say. Alright, so that's what I want. I'm gonna go over here. And we're now going to put the protagonist under this character. This will basically make it so that he has a ton of AP and a ton of... The seas are a distant echo of my pale existence. Mine ancestors, they that birthed me. Be the fish therein. I will inquire of thee. Dost thou hold in esteem the life thou holdest in thy hand, feeling it snared on thy wicked barb? Dost thou believe sport with fish to be the ultimate game? Yes? Thou wouldst be well given to call me revered, and take after my ways. Thy journeys will be made all the better, if thou but doth remember to hold true to the sport. So this is the ultimate fisher, apparently. So be it! Thou art truly well met as my apprentice. Be there any others who would... No. No, not really. Fare thee well. Remember thee to forget not my ancestors. Okay, so, by leveling up under this master, we are going to be sacrificing some agility, which is not great. But our agility right now is pretty good. And we are going to have agility masters in the future that are going to help us out considerably. So we've already got 22 agility with all this shit equipped. 35 agility naked is not bad, actually. We only need a couple more points of agility to be able to beat some of the critters that we're going to be dealing with, like in terms of bosses and things. And we only need... what's the word? With our current agility, we would actually be able to beat a lot of those enemies already that are coming up, as long as we use a certain deliciousness. So, we are going to collect ourselves some octopi. There were... Collect us some octopus. It will be glorious! I'm actually curious how hard certain enemies would be. Now I'm tempted to try it out. Okay, we are going to go to this fishing spot.
Get ready.
Get ready. We're gonna equip a worm. Actually, we're gonna equip a spirit, because it's silly to equip a worm when we have spirits. The spirits are with us! You are a duck. Stop being a duck. Stop being a duck. Come on back. This isn't even behaving like an octopus. Come on, friend. There we go.
Very good.
Very good. There we go.
Very good.
So we've got 2 octopi. We're gonna try to get some more. So the back end of the sort of the left side of this has more pulling power than the right side. At least based off of my sort of experience. So you want the fish to be toward the back end of it. It's also why when the fish is all... Jesus Christ. Oh, God. These octopi are fucking causing problems, man. Jesus. Calm the hell down.
Very good.
That thing put up a frickin' fight. Alright, so... It's also why when the thing is buried on the right side there, it becomes so hard to get it back, is because you have virtually no pulling power over there.
That's too
Fuck.
bad.
I botched that badly. I botched that so badly that it actually went further out as opposed to closer. I don't know what that is that's going after my worm. I don't actually remember what's here. Nope. Okay, I need to swap. Actually, I'm just gonna pull out of here and re-enter to sort of reset the fish. Swapping over to the other rod and then catching that thing is just gonna take much more time than it takes to just reset it and get one that's closer in. Bum, bum, bum. What the hell? Oh my god. This is a big octopus. Jeez. I'm trying to remember how to actually... Okay.
That's too
Shit.
bad.
Okay, so... I actually don't remember the mechanics of that very well. Unfortunately, the same fish is now tiny. God damn it. I don't actually remember the mechanics of this very well. I just remember the, like, physical motions that I do. But I'm clearly fucking up the physical motions, so...
Very wait.
Oh, shit. Okay, so that actually was still the same super large octopus. Okay, so we've got two things available to us now. I have not lost this many fish before in Breath of Fire 3. I think ever. Certainly not things like octopi.
Very good.
Okay, so those are, like, way far away now. Alright, I'm not gonna... I would like to get an even number. Whoa, shit. Okay. I've forgotten how this rod works. Can I actually reach that far? I have a suspicion the answer to that is no. Oh shit. Whoa, okay, so this is different. You know what? I think this is actually why. I think I understand now. I'm gonna be using this rod from now on. Okay, so the different rods have different track speeds. This rod has a track speed that's actually faster, which means that while I don't think this rod is any stronger, it has the capacity to actually keep up with fast movement from the fish along the track, which means that you can actually keep them going much easier. Do I want to use... Shit.
Good.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna buy 2 skill ink. And we're done. And we can pop out. So we've now got 2 more skill inks, one of which we need to use right now to get monopolized onto Arc. And what other things do we need? So, I would say... we have Charm. I think we're going to put Steel on Arc as well. And... so we want Monopolize, we want Steel. So we're going to have Monopolize, Steel, and Charm. And then... what else? Look at our skill notes. So, first of all, we do not need this. And we do need Blind on somebody. It doesn't have to be him. I'm going to take Blind off of him. And he doesn't really need to resist. And Shadow Walk I'm going to leave on him. Do I want Shadow Walk on him, though? Shadow Walk is not as good as just going into Dragon Form attacking someone, I don't think. I mean, it's going to do a little bit more damage, but it's not, like... whereas, like, Blitz is actually, like, legitimately useful, I think. I feel like Shadow Walk is not necessarily valuable for him to have. Okay, so we're going to swap our party up a little bit. So Monopolize is getting off of him. Steel is getting off of him. Am I taking Steel off of him? No. No, I'm not, actually. We are going to swap up our party. We are going to put Steel on him, because that is going to work fine for us. He's going to have Burn, he's going to have Frost. Both of those are valuable. We are not going to use Nina. She's just going to stockpile for now. I'm going to put Monopolize on Arc, because I think... we have plenty of levels to get. And we're going to leave Warshout on him, I think. Do we have anything else that we need? We'll take Shield off of Nina. Do I want to give that to Gar? Gar has, like, no AP. I'll give him Shield just for the hell of it. And I'm going to give him Shadow Walk. He can't use Shadow Walk right now, though. So... he doesn't have the ability to get the, You know what? I don't want to be consolidating the damage there onto him yet. Damage. I don't want to be consolidating the experience onto just Arc yet. So I'm not going to bring Gar for right now. I'm going to bring Gar in a bit. And we'll only use Monopolize when we have to deal with stuff later. So Shadow Walk, do we want to move that onto somebody? And this is 8 skills, which means that he cannot actually learn anything right now. We're going to drop Super Combo, we're going to drop Blitz. And we're gonna give Blitz to him. We're gonna give... See, we have these strike abilities, which are really, really good for Arc. The problem is he needs Monopolize, Charm, and Steal. I'm gonna drop Resist, because he doesn't need that. Drop War Shout. It seems kind of silly for him to have War Shout. Give War Shout to Gar. He's gonna have Influence. So we're now at 6. That's 7. Does he need Frost? No, not really. He doesn't need Frost. He does need Burn. And that is us set, I believe. I'll give Shadow Walk to Peiko, because why not? And I think we are ready. So... give him Wind Strike and Frost Strike again. Because he has unlimited mana, and because he's going to be wanting to equip something that gives him an elemental affinity on his baseline weapon. If I can then override it with other elements, it means that I can attack a greater assortment of enemies while still taking advantage of the fact that Barbarossa's got a ludicrous attack value. Are we set? I think we're set. Okay. We're gonna save the game, and we should be in good shape now. Okay, so the key is that we have 8 levels, so we can get Arc up to 26 now, which is quite a lot. That's quite a lot of experience available, but it's not an unlimited amount. We do have quite a long way to go before we can reach sort of unlimited amounts of experience again. So we do want to be a little bit careful. But we don't need to be that careful, because we should be fine. So, what else are we going to do? We can just go... Okay, so we've got the appropriate ally set up here. I think? Yeah. Do we have anything else that we need to do before we go back through Mount Zubla? His master is Giotto, Hondara Fall. Everybody's in the correct masters. We have a skill link that we can use in the future. I think we're set. So we're gonna save this just in case. We don't need to save this, we just saved. All we did was walk 10 feet. We don't need to save. Okay, so we are now going to continue on with the game. And I do believe, and yes, I need to actually bring Gar pretty soon. So we are going to have to do a little bit of monopolizing soon, but we're not quite there yet. But we're getting there. We certainly don't need to monopolize all the EXP from these Vulcans. That's certainly not something that we want or need to do yet. Alright, so she's just gonna guard. I don't know what the steal item is from this thing, so I'll just try to steal from it. You know what? I think the steal item is the broadsword. That's my thinking, actually. I guess she could have just attacked it, but then I wouldn't have gotten that region. I'm gonna charm this. Ooh, miss. Okay, so Peiko and Nina level up. Arc is about to level up again. Boom. So what's here? A single lizard. Bah! 10 EXP! Oh my goodness! We're just rolling in the EXP now. So now we have 15,000 zenny somehow. Didn't realize I was getting so much. That's interesting. I didn't think that you could run into enemies here. Opponent has the initiative! Oh no! What's this Vulcan gonna do with this initiative? Oh right, it doesn't do anything. It's very amusing having the opponent get the initiative when it's a Vulcan. Alright, so Peiko's just gonna chill. And Arc is gonna be responsible for actually yay! We got a protein. Arc is going to be responsible for the actual thinger here, but we're gonna wait first. And let's see. We're gonna snooze one more time, I think. Yeah. So Arc is now going to use Accession. Vulcan defense. Flame breath. I'm actually wondering if I should put Arc on the front line now. He's not... I don't think he's fast enough to get X turns against most enemies right now. Wow. So that's 450 EXP. Peiko levels up, and I accidentally skipped the thinger again. Just gonna wait for this. What? I didn't even know this was possible. Wow. That... I don't know, I don't remember how many characters can actually use magma armor. Unfortunately, the person who's stealing is the person that I would prefer to have snoozing to regenerate mana during all this stealing period, but you couldn't steal anything! There we go. So we grab the proteins. We have to now start taking a nap so that we can get into dragon form. And Pico has enough HP, I think, that we can... I'm gonna snooze. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, Pico has enough HP that we can go ahead and unequip the Ring of Fire. And we'll give that to Nina, so hopefully she'll survive this. I don't really want to get 900 experience on Arc. Because, you know, he can get some experience, it's fine, but I would prefer to not get that much experience. Oh. I actually mistimed this. I want to be, I want to be turning into a dragon. Yeah, I want to be turning into a dragon on the main turn. God, that is so much HP. Oh, Peiko. You are a tanky, tanky bastard. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use Flame Breath. So that hits him for 25 damage. No! Unacceptable. That's supposed to be hitting her. Alright, so we should be able to kill this one on this turn, unless we just miss over and over again. Pickle might be able to finish it off in one shot. I think he can. Nice! Reprisal! Get wrecked! Yeah, so he should be able to finish it. If he doesn't, that's just bad luck. And there we go. Alright. So another hit from Ark and another hit from Peiko will finish this thing off. Bum, ba, dum, bum, bum, bum. Obviously, things would go way faster if I just rested so that Nina could just Ice Blast these things into oblivion. 600 XP. Unfortunately, we didn't get an item from either of them, so we do not have our third set of magma armor. I don't actually know if anyone else is capable of equipping it. I know that Ryu and Gar can both equip it. I don't know if anybody else can. So we might already have all of the magma armor that we need. That's not what I want. Alright. And it might seem a little silly for me to be stealing these proteins, considering that I'm not allowing myself to use them. But you can never have too much protein, man. You gotta have the protein. It feels wasteful to not get them because I think that in the, Are we next turn now? Yeah. I think that in the late game, the best strategy for getting that stuff is to just have them copied. So, if I have enough protein to just use the copy shop and just copy them, then you've basically done the hard part already, and you just need to you just have to do the easy part from then on. Well, the key is that I'm intending to use, basically, I'm intending to use those once I have finished up with, like, the primary sort of, I hesitate to say challenge portion of the run, because I think that for the most part, the challenge portion of the run is already over. The portion of the run where we're going to have a lot of legitimate difficulty with the actual fights, I think is over. I think that the last really hard... Oh, that's Nina. I'm like, that is not possible with Giotto. Okay. Ark learns Raise Dead. So he's become level 19. He gets 9 HP, 7 AP. Not too shabby. So he's going to start having more HP and AP. One of the keys is that I don't think that AP is really that important for the way that I'm playing because I'm not resting. So since I'm not resting, all the AP that I have is coming from snooze. But, you know, whatever floats your boat. We're going to go ahead and have him snooze. We're not. We're going to have him charm. Because I think that the broadsword that I'm finding is the steal item. I didn't realize that the enemies could drop the steal item, so we are going to be continuing to charm these, because I think that they drop like a fire shield or something like that. I'm not positive, but I think they do. And I don't know how good it is, but it's also like super rare, I think. Alright, we're going to... do what? Snooze. Just get our AP back in good shape so that the next time we run into a Vulcan, we don't have to worry as much. Okay! There we go. So we have 1,500 experience to the next level, which is quite a lot, which is very nice for me because once we get out of this area where we're fighting Vulcans, the EXP plummets. That area gives way more experience than most areas in the game do. You get a huge amount of EXP in there. It's also, interestingly enough, the best place in the late game to get experience. I would say yes. If you want to get really fast experience, I'd say that it's one of the best places in the game to get really fast experience. Because of the fact that there is an enemy type in there that every time you use a fire spell on it, it gets stronger and gives twice as much experience. Now, that might not seem all that interesting because they don't give that much experience, right? So, okay, yay, you're doubling 90 up to 180. But it doesn't add 90, it doubles. And that's the key. It doesn't add 90 experience every time you cast a fire spell, it doubles. So you go to 90, to 180, to 360, to 720, and very, very rapidly you end up with an amount of experience, because you can just cast 3 fire spells per round. You can very quickly reach the cap. I think it takes about 5 turns to reach the maximum quantity of experience that it is possible to drop from a given enemy. Sorry, from a single enemy. Which is 65,000 something. I don't remember the exact number. But it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we are continuing on. And unfortunately, we now need to start monopolizing on Arc. Because we now have a party member who doesn't have a master yet. And I have figured out who I want the master for this person to be. I think it's a good fit for them. This person, for Gar. As if, like, who this person is in my party is, like, a mystery. We have no idea who this guy is. I should have brought Nina. Is that you, Gar? Welcome back. So have you made up your mind to join your comrades? Something like that, I guess. So it's true, then. There is no more evil in the world. I guess your intuition was wrong. So this means the time has come for you to enter your long sleep then, Guardian Gar. Very well, go to the tower. I'll tell the watchman you are coming. Farewell, Gar. So, there's apparently no more evil in the world. Or something like that. Very cryptic, Gar, thank you. And so now we're going to this tower. What any of that shit has to do with me and the Brood is unclear. Absolutely unclear what any of this has to do with me. But that's fine, whatever. So, I may look different, but I'm one of them. I too am an Urkin. A guardian is what people like me, what Urkin warriors are called. We protect our people from evil and harm. Ark, Gar, are you still up? You need to get some sleep. About what I told you, that you might die. Oh, never mind. You'll understand once we get there. Very cryptic, Gar. Thank you for that. That was very helpful. Oh, about that thing where I said that you might die horribly? Never mind. You don't need to know. It's fine. No big deal. Don't mind me. I'm just talking. And we are going to save the game, and we are going to go over here. Okay, so this is not different. These people are not saying different things now. So we are going to swap, because it automatically put Nina in my party because it just felt like it. I'm going to go ahead and swap her out for Peiko. And do we need to do anything else in Urkantapa? Why did I think I have something to do in Urkantapa? Oh, no. I had equipment to buy over here. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just a noob. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so we're going to pop in here, and we are going to pick up Barbarossa, because we have plenty enough money for it now. So we're gonna go ahead and equip this. His agility's, like, throttled by that, but that's fine. Oh my god, the power on this compared to what he's got? Holy shit. I'm wondering what I want to do now, because basically I could... This costs so much. But it's so good! I don't think I have enough. Then again, how much are you worth? Ooh, that's worth quite a bit. I don't think that stuff is gonna give me enough to get where I want there. Do I want Gar? Oh, that explains a lot. His weapon only has 16 power on it. Gar's equipment is trash. Holy crap. I had no idea that his base equipment was this bad. Okay, so he has way better stats when you actually give him decent equipment. Let's see. Because, yeah, like, Ark has 145 power right now, but if you look at Gar, if he had a weapon that is not even quite comparable equipped, he's, like, 6 levels below Ark at this point, and he still has similar attack power, and his defense is still about as good, and so is his HP. They have comparable values for all of those things, even though he's so far behind. Let's see. But, I don't know. I don't want to get rid of the Flare Sword. I don't mind getting rid of the Moon Sword. And definitely sell the Scale Mail. Yeah, this armor is actually worth quite a bit, so... I'm not going to sell the clothing. I think a chain cap is crap. I'm going to sell that. I don't want to sell the asbestos armor because I'm not... I don't remember how you get more of them, if you even can. This clay vase appears valuable, but it's really not. And sell this. There we go. I could sell the wisdom fruit, but I don't want to sell all those. So we need 8,800 total. Definitely selling the green apples. Green apples are something that you really do not want to have in your inventory. Green apples are trouble to carry around. Whoa, these okay, so the broadswords, there we go. We didn't even have to reduce the total number of weapons that we have under our belt. Not that that actually matters, but we didn't have to do it. Do I want to get shotgun shells? I think I do. So, do we have any... Because I really didn't realize just how... I think Moon Sword is something I can easily pick up. Ooh, I forgot the Flame Talons. There we go. So Scramus Axe is something I can buy from swords. Broadsword is easy enough to get. I don't need all these silver knives. Okay, I think the leather apron... Yeah, the leather apron is what she starts with. The mage's robes probably aren't unique. I know the crepe cape isn't unique, but I don't want to sell it. I know I bought this in a store, so I think I'm just going to sell it. Okay, so now we're gonna buy the shotgun shells. Because those are a pretty significant upgrade for Momo, and when we do bring Momo back into the party, it would be nice to actually be able to keep her caught up with the rest of the party in terms of damage, because she's still only level 10, and it's gonna be a while before she can start leveling up, so... I think we are golden. I think we've got everything that we need to do here. These two are going to be monsters in terms of damage right now. I think I'm actually going to put Ark in the front row. I'm not positive, though. Maybe not. I guess he already is in the front row, so... We will leave him in the front row for now. Doesn't make that huge a difference, and we will continue on. We are going onward to Angel Tower. This is Angel Tower, the holiest of holy sites for the Orcan people. Only those who are inhabitants of Tapa may enter, or those who have been granted permission by the Patriarch. And why is it that your holy place has monsters in it? Okay, so we need to monopolize the experience. Or we can just run. Alternatively, we can just run away. Alright, how are we doing? Okay, there's nothing to interact with there. We're going to continue on. Drop down. Found ivory dice. Bum, 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 bum. And this is one of the enemies that we are looking for. So we have blind on somebody, right? We do have blind on somebody, right? We don't have blind on somebody. Oh my god. It's not a big deal. The ability that you get from it is not that important. Oh, whoops. He needs to monopolize. And we're going to examine both of these. So these things have two different abilities that you can learn from them. And the first is that flying kick ability. And the second is target. So if you don't have sort of low enough accuracy to blind, or sorry, low enough damage to blind the nut archers without just killing them outright, this is how you would get access to that ability. Okay, so a little confused. There we go. So it is just random. Weren't getting the luck that we wanted. You can do it, buddy. Give me my flying kick. That's a flying kick! If I manage to get flying kick with arc while blinded, it will be very amusing. Because blind doesn't actually affect your examine skill, but it's really funny to think of somebody who's blind being like, haha, I understand that move now! Oh, come on, friend. Just give me what I want. I guess, look, I can't complain to him. It's not his fault that my characters are noobs who didn't get it the first 3 times that he used it. He's not responsible for my inability to understand him. Fine. Come on. Give me what I want. Give me what I want, Tricker. Give me the flying kicks. He's not even using flying kick. Come on, man. Get with the program. That's not flying kick. Use flying kick, you fool! Interestingly enough, when it comes to learning abilities, Peiko is actually the best character in the game. Everybody else in the game has like the same probability of getting any particular ability. So each ability has its own sort of like difficulty classification. But while each ability has its own difficulty classification, each character is basically the same. But each difficulty classification actually has a completely different set of values for Peiko. And for the most part, they're pretty similar. But interestingly enough, in the case of... Oh, Gar learned Flying Kick. Good. In the case of the particularly difficult to learn ones, he's actually way, way better than everyone else at learning them. Like, has like double or triple or something the probability of successfully obtaining it. Which is, I think, a very interesting thing. So, we can just kill this thing now. The question is, do I even want to? Because it's probably going to take a while with the characters blinded. And I don't know that I necessarily want the EXP. But we're going to just keep snoozing with it. Oh, it escaped! Okay, so 70 EXP, not a huge amount, considering that's for one target. That's less experience than I get from the Lava Men. And there is a naked woman chilling here. Okay, then. Continuing with Godmo's observation that everybody in this game is naked. But, to be fair, you can't see her butt. So, she's lying face up. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. And I believe that there are things that I need to get enemy skills off of in here somewhere. You can tell why this is my favorite game, because nobody wears clothes. Even the rocks have naked butts in front of them. Let's see. I don't want to fight the specters. We fought a bunch of these before. I'm going to try to just sort of get through this area. Oh, right, I forgot about that. I need to bring Momo. I will do that later. Do I want to do that later? No, fuck that. I'm going to do that right now. It's right at the beginning. Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. I completely forgot that I needed her for that. Do I want to continue onward? I don't actually know. You know what I think I'm going to do, actually? I think I'm going to just make the assumption that I'm going to run from everything. I do have Monopolize. So I think I'm going to pop out of here. We just got Flying Kick. I'm supposed to be patrolling, but what if I hurt myself when I jump? Oh, so we now know we have him to thank for the fact that there's a bunch of monsters running around is because he's not doing his job in patrolling because he's like, oh, but what if I hurt myself when I go downstairs? Oh, shit. So we've got another trio of trickers here. We can also find out who has blind. Is blind on Nina? If blind is on Nina, which it might be, then I'm actually going to bring Nina and Momo in here. We're going to get that thing blown up, that section of wall blown up, and we're going to get that ability. So I think that I just left blind off and forgot to reapply it. I am an idiot. Okay, well. Do we want Pico or do we want? I think we actually want to bring Gar. Because we're planning on running from all the fights, and Gar is less likely to counterattack and kill things, but he simultaneously has enough HP to survive. I guess Pego wouldn't one-shot things if he's not in the front row. I think that Momo has very little EXP available, actually. A little concerned. Did I save? I don't think I saved. We're gonna go save. I putted around with my my thingamabobber, but I did not go into the camp and save the actual game. So we're gonna save the game, because that's gonna actually be really important right now. And once we have saved the game, we will be able to go in there and do our business. Now, I could put the blind ability on someone, but I don't really want to go fishing to get some more skill link right now. I want to, you know, make some progress over the course of this stream. Been live for 2.5 hours and I still haven't gotten to the next boss. So we're gonna continue on, and we now have Momo and Gar, and I don't actually need to necessarily swap Momo out even. I could probably just leave her in. Especially if I put her in the front row. The problem is that with Ark in the front row, he has the very good probability that he's going to counterattack and kill. If we put Momo in the front row, then there's a good chance that she dies, which is fine. And there's a good chance that... and there's no chance whatsoever that she's going to counterattack because she cannot reprisal. She has a reprisal rate of 0. I think you can actually get her to reprisal if you cast a specific ability. I think it's called Ward of Light. I don't... They have Howling. I don't think those things have any skills that I need. I think there is one other skill that I need in here. I think I can get multi-strike in here. So it's unfortunate that I don't have Peiko. Okay. Oh, I could actually give Momo her thing if I wanted. Oops. I guess I don't need. How far does this go? I was just expecting it to be a little thing behind a wall. Momo was still confused. There we go. Diamond ring and moon tears. Anything else? Nope. Okay, continuing on. This is the holy place of the Urkin people. Let's blow up the walls. Because we can. No! Haha, not enough AP. Get wrecked. Get thyself wrecked-ed. Okay, so before I go down, I'm going to want to go over here. It looks to me like the down is from here. Do I need... It looks like we need to... I can't drop down! Boo! Boo, I say! Okay, we're gonna go down. And there's multiple pathways here, it looks like. We haven't actually run into the enemy that I'm thinking of this entire time. Shit. There we go. Okay, first thing that I'm gonna do, and it looks like, yes, this is dead end. I'll pop over here. That's a dead end. So I'm just gonna pop this way. Dead end. No shinies. Bum, bum, bum. Run away. Fail to run away. Run away. And fail to run away. So Gar can move these. I'm gonna try putting it over here. That doesn't help me at all. Okay. Since there's only one, I can't fill that slot anyway. So we're just gonna fill this other space instead. With the assumption that that's what we need to do. And then we have two different... Oops, I'm gonna do... Oh, that's interesting. So that has reset now. Which is weird. Never mind, it hasn't reset. I'm gonna do it. Okay. We are fine. Continue on. Continue. Oh, there we go. Does the Phantom have what I need? I seem to recall these having something, but I might be wrong. See if you use any enemy skills, my friend. I don't believe so. I think that I need revenants, which are the same. They look the same, but are not the same. So I think those things I actually do not need, and we will hope that I am correct. So we have multiple exits from here. I can go down south. So there's bleachers around this whole area. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. Okay, I have the initiative. I should be able to just run away. Okay, so I'm glad that we came this way. Found a soul gem. Okay. Okay, so bum, bum. Yeah, there's another chest here. Found skill ink. Nice. Okay, so I now have 2 skill ink, which is very good for me. I think those things pretty much just use that. And then death. Okay, I think... So we need to move it 2 forward, and then move it into position. Oh, whoops, I need to do that one first. Block puzzles. Go! Boop, boop. Okay, so we've completed that block puzzle. I'm pretty sure I can leave and come back and it'll still be completed. Fingers crossed, I guess. Oh, actually, I don't need to leave. We're fine. Okay. I'm not sure where the entrance to that other block puzzle, like to get that chest is, but I will be coming back here, so I can just do it later. It's not a huge deal. Because we're now going down and down and down, so I'm pretty sure we're going the wrong direction to get that done. I'm sorry, Please allow Arcanine to go on ahead alone. So it's just me and Gar now. Are you ready for a boss fight? Let's see here. Mag armor. I have 0 AP. Guardian Geist, 234. Guardian Ga, 198. Guardian Gats, 201. Guardian Gar, 299. Recorded on these stone tablets are the names of us Guardians, otherwise known as Dragon Slayers. The number below my name is the number of dragons I killed in the war. Ark, let me tell you what happened to your people. What happened to the Brood. Nearly 400 years ago, the savage and malevolent Brood attempted to conquer the world, igniting a fierce war. The Brood were strong and awesome. We, the people of Urkin, beseeched our god for protection from their great evil. Our god bestowed upon us guardians, her holy might, in order to fight the Brood. After a mighty struggle, the last of the Brood were defeated and their bones laid here. Ark, you are the last of the Brood. Once you are dealt with, my purpose shall be complete. Prepare yourself, Ark. Are you sure you want to attack me? Wouldn't you rather do something else? Something more fun? That is my interpretation of the charm ability. Okay. So, Gar is attacking us now. We're going to try to steal from him. I don't remember whether he has anything to steal. He's not carrying anything. We don't have anything to steal. And we are going to... Do we want to get into just a pissing contest with him? I'm concerned that he has Lucky Strike still. So I'm going to go ahead and snooze, keep myself topped up a bit. And we are going to pop into some sort of dragon form. It's a miss. I'm going to snooze one more time, and then we're going to pop into a dragon form. I love this music, by the way. This is a great, like, music set for this. Do I want flame? I don't think so. I don't need any bonus stats. Bring it, Gar. This is basically the whelp from the beginning of the game. At this point. Vengeance for Zul'jin! He has a lot more AP now than he does in reality. Your insolence shall not go unpunished! He has a lot of HP though. Oh, represent! Get wrecked. Bum, 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 bum. Just as I suspected. We were no match for the true power of the brood. But why? What? Why don't you finish me off? No. He is not your enemy. Kaiser Dragon? So we just broke through the ceiling, I think. Why do you run? I mean, seriously? Is that a serious question? Bolt of light in the darkness? We're not like them. We're not supposed to be with them. Does this place look familiar? And we have another naked person. Ark? Do you recognize me? I've been looking for you for years, ever since you vanished from Angel Tower. Then I heard stories of a dragon appearing in an old mine. Ark. This is your... Ark, can you forgive me? I feel like he's a pretty forgiving guy. I've killed many of your people. Many dragons. I thought that was my purpose, but... Anyway. Let's get you out of here first, eh? Here's your gear. If you want to hear what I have to say, come with me. I shouldn't stay here very long. So let's get ourselves dressed. So, we are now an adult? Question mark? Dun, 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 dun. If you want to kill me, you have the power and probably the right to do so. But you didn't kill me, even after I tried to kill you. Just like the dragons 400 years ago. If the brood had fought back, it would have been us instead of them that turned into Chrism like this. Why did they let us kill them? Why did God have us kill the brood? I may not have the right to say this, but I want to know the truth. That's why I ask you. I ask you to let me live until then. Thank you. Now, let's get out of this mine. So, Gar is unchanged, but we have some very significant changes to Ark. He is a little different looking, and we are in the Dana mine, which is a little darker than we recall it being. But we are familiar with the layout of this place, so... Any treasures over here? Does that look like it? Bum, bum, ba, dum. Now, we don't want... So we have an entryway up there that we can go through. Interestingly enough... Oh, there isn't an entryway here? Where's the other... Oh, that was the thing. Did I... It looks like there's actually not any enemies in this section. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Right. Moving right along. Ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Ba-da-dum. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. That's what I like to see. You are chests. You found a vitamin. And a life shard. And a magic shard. Why have I not run into any random encounters yet? What the hell? I'm very confused right now. I think this is the way onward. I'm gonna go this way instead. I assume that B1 is actually a dead end, so this must be where you were born. The strong brute aura must have called out to you, eh, Ark? That's right. I called out to him. Found light clothing? Ah, that weighs only 1. So that's pretty useful. Potentially. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. What's a dragon doing running around here anyway? Why doesn't he just become Chrism like all the rest? We haven't used it in so long, it's rusty. You're the ones who came to get the dragon, right? Must have been hard working with all the other monsters around. All the miners tell me they got no money and can't buy nothing. How about you? You want something? I don't know. You got something, little something that I want to see? Looks like a no. You ain't got nothing I want. I also don't have very much money, but you got 200 zenny. Well, I think the miners have been lying to you about whether they have any money, my friend. I think they just didn't want you to feel bad about how crappy your selection of items is. Yeah, right there. We're actually gonna turn around, actually. We're actually gonna actually, we're going to actually say actually. Okay, so we're gonna go back. So this B1 is obviously not terribly useful. So we're gonna go to B2, and hopefully we'll be able to save soon. I'd like to get a save in me. Go to B2. Go to B2. There we go. And instantaneously running into a fight. And we have to run away. That zombie doctor is a problem. It's not a huge problem, but it's a problem for me with not knowing how much experience those things are going to give me. So, I would love to save. That sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. So we're saving the game. We have the monopolize ability on Ark. He has several levels to obtain, so he's all fine. We're going to go ahead and save the game. Save is complete, and I will actually be right back, folks, in just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. So, moving right along. We're just gonna continue through here. And go slay all who oppose. useless. So there's a couple of skills that we can pick up in here that we don't have yet. One of them is a legitimately new skill that we didn't have access to before. Another we actually already had access to, but we did not pick up when we had access to it. I'm going to try to only fight battles that involve legitimately new skills. So that right there is something that I can blow through with Momo. Or whoever replaces Momo in my adult party, because we've now... Ooh. Wait, I didn't learn the jump skill? Apparently, I never bothered to learn jump. Wow, that's... I didn't notice that I hadn't learned jump. I thought I learned it. I must have gotten confused because I learned it during the fight with the rooster, and then didn't learn it again in the fight with the rooster. On one of the other attempts. Rather, on the final attempt, I didn't learn it. So... Excuse me. Oh, he can use Bone Dart too. Oh, actually... I don't think I even need to fight these things. Okay. So... It's all fine. So, we can actually... snooze. He has a way cooler spellcasting animation now. Let's see. We are going to examine the ghoul. Because we need to learn Bone Dart. Because Bone Dart's badass. We just got confused. Hopefully this thing attacks Arc. Yes! No confusion for you, my friend. I absolutely love how, like, dramatic he is. And what he's doing is literally taking a nap. What? That worked. Wondering whether I want to just... No, I don't want to kill the zombies because they clear the, Not enough AP! Alright. We're just gonna run away. So, these enemy packs, by the way, are actually extraordinarily easy if you have picked up a specific ability earlier on in the game. And this is interesting because there's actually a missable item here. So we need to hit this switch. Ain't no ghouls here. I think both of them are immune to fire, so I don't need to worry about that. There is an ability that I need to learn that's going to involve the slug packs, but... This is where I want it to be. I might as well move this as well. don't know what'll happen if this isn't set. Sure way. So we do have one more. Yeah. One more enemy type in here. Do we have? No, we have 2 skills to learn still because we didn't actually learn Bone Dart. But luckily, the Bone Dart ability actually can be used by something else as well. Do we want to? Oh, there we go. So this is actually one of the very few things that's actually missable in this game. Because if you notice that thing said TNT on it, it's explosive. So it ain't gonna be here forever. Third time's a charm. Interestingly enough, you can't actually fail to run away 3 times in a row. On the 3rd try, you just have a 100% chance to succeed. So I could equip the Feather Sword if I want. And the Feather Sword, paired with some of the other stuff that I've got, would allow me to have really, really, really high speed. This has 1 weight. And 27 agility is, I believe, enough to do what I want. If it isn't, then that's fine. Oh, right, I forgot to use Bone Dart, too. I'm still concerned about these guys. I don't want to chill with them in there. Alright, so we're pushing this back. God, those are some gigantic arms on this guy. Holy crap. Just look how big his arm is. His arm is bigger than my torso. What is this crap? Gar. Jeez. Okay, so we're gonna push this. Okay. Then we're gonna blow it up. Nothing else that I need to do, right? That is correct. Get wrecked. Yeah? We should be able to get through now. What do you think you're doing, Guardian? Ark. How do you know Ark's name? Ark, why do you let him live? Why do you let our enemy live? A dragon? Can you hear it, Guardian? Can you hear our spilt blood crying out for vengeance? Guardian, it's been, what, 400 years? You who tried to exterminate us. Where are you taking Ark? I'm taking Ark to meet our god? Why? To make a sacrificial offering of the last dragon? To learn the truth. To learn if the war we fought 400 years ago was right. Ha! Kill him! Avenge our people's memories! They destroyed us! The Guardians killed us all! No? Why not? Don't you despise him? Don't you hate him? You must not hate. Silence! You have no right! Okay then. Apparently people outside of my head are now arguing with the voice in my head, which I'll admit is a new experience for me. Okay, so we are going to use... I'm gonna use shield. Bone dance! Oh wow, that did a lot more damage than I expected. Do I want... I already used Monopolize, right? Yeah, of course I did, because otherwise I wouldn't have an next turn. Okay, so we got Monopolize off, and we've got... what? I could just cast Shield. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Shield. Wait. What? How? How did it go first? I have X turns on this thing. That's interesting. Okay. Because I'm concerned, I'm going to use Monopolize. I do not actually remember whether I went first last time, and we're just gonna assume that we did not. So, Gar has regained his sanity. We have Monopolized, we have used Charm, and we are going to... what? Do I want to cast Rejuvenate? I think I do. And he's going to try to use a shield. I think if both of these people use shield, the amount of damage that this thing can do to me is going to be trivialized. So we'll see. We've already used one shield. We'll see how much damage that has tacked off of this. And that's a lot of it. So a good portion of the damage that that was doing is gone now. And we can now try to steal. You grabbed a power food. Okay, friend. I've got Monopolize. I've got it stolen from. You call that a dragon? What type of dragon should we use? I mean, it has to be it, right? This is a dragon, buddy! Yeah, that's right. Attack me, that's what we want to see. Okay, so we can go ahead and just attack this thing. Eh. Damage could be better. I'm gonna try using the thingamabobber that I've got. Meteor Strike! Boom! How much damage does this do? Not bad. 150 damage isn't too bad. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna kill it before I run out of mana, but that's fine. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum. You cannot hit me! I am invincible! I'm actually really surprised, but I am apparently invincible. So we're going to... Oh, I should use a meteor strike. What am I thinking? Represent! Nope. Okay. Well, we did a little bit of damage to it. It's fine. Do we want him to snooze? I think we probably do. This thing has used so many of these rotten breaths. There we go. Okay, that's actually surprising. That still did quite a lot of damage to him. I'm gonna cast another shield. Oh, right, because swapping it to dragon form, I think, purged my buff. Whoops. Alright, that's fine. We are now going to... Do I want to cast a heal or a purify or... I'm taking that. I want to keep myself as close to topped up as possible. This would be a lot faster if I was in attack formation. But as long as you don't actually cure the poison, this boss wastes a lot of these turns. Also, fun fact, this boss is undead. There is an ability in the game that I do not have, but which you can have by this point, that automatically kills... Oh, wow. That is some trash damage. Do I want to get Barbarossa back? I would need to get one more agility. I don't think it's worth it. Do I have... No. It'd be nice if I have Shadow Walk, but I don't. I'm gonna use Warshout. And yes, that is Warshout. That looks like a Warshout to me. Weirdos. Okay, so we're going to stab this thing. Am I? No, I'm actually going to cast a Rejuvenate on him first. Boop boop. So the question here is basically how much damage am I going to do with this Barbarossa? Jesus Christ! Holy shit! That's a problem. What the hell? Oh man. If I die, I'm gonna... I probably won't laugh. I might cry. Everybody's confused. Ark is equipping his feather sword. Gar kills me here. Oh, good. Oh, good. Gar's sane again. We take some poison damage. Wait, what? God damn it. I put on that helmet. I forgot. No. So I just lost out on my X turn. Okay, so... Jeez. He's using Rotten Breath, which is great, because Rotten Breath doesn't do anything to me right now. Everybody's already poisoned. If I get myself killed by this dragon... let's see. I'm gonna snooze again. And do I want... I think the answer is yes. I'm not going to worry too much about Gar. We're not going to pop Miracle because it just costs too much. Am I next turn right now? There's something else that does... Ooh, I wonder if fire actually does double damage to this thing. I'm concerned about the fact that I'm not doing any damage with Arc. Okay. Bone Dance is so nasty, though. Okay. Got another 80 damage there. One thing that I could have done is actually swapped my my setup a bit. I could have dropped all the armor and replaced it with the Barbarossa instead. And then I think I'd still be able to get X turns. Ooh! Okay. So here comes the Bone Dance. It might actually kill Gar. It did not. Everybody's confused. Arc is no longer confused. Nice. At some point, we will hopefully kill this thing. Hopefully it uses Rotten Breath or something. Yes, it used Rotten Breath! Okay, so that dropped Arc out of form. Shit! Nope, that's not good. I needed him to heal. Okay, Arc. So you're gonna snooze. Gar's just gonna keep attacking. It's using Rotten Breath again. Okay, we are going to rejuvenate Gar, because I think that this is going to be worth it. There's the possibility that, as a direct result, Gar murders us, which would suck. But Gar does a lot of my damage, so letting him die easily is not something that I want. Here comes the Bone Dance. Oh good, it missed Gar completely. Boom! So, Ark gets a bunch of experience, but not enough to level. Reviled one! Why must you always interfere? Why do you always restrain us? A malefic power flows through Ark. You discover the power of the Shadow Gene. That was not a dragon. Are you of the brood? A true dragon. A feeling of warmth and love flows into Ark. You discover the power of the fusion gene. Ark, what was that? A true dragon. That's what it said, right? What does that mean? Oh, why would I know? You don't know either, eh? I don't know why I would. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and purify Ark. And we are gonna try to get ourselves back to the place that we can save. Dun, 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 dun. It would be funny if we died here. It would be funny. Okay, there's a diary. Do I want to save? Yes, I do. So we're going to save. We're not going to rest, because resting is for noobs, but we will save here. And we've killed one of the harder enemies in the game. That thing is a little bit binary, in that if you have the Kyrie spell, you can insta-gib it, and then you just don't have to worry about the fight at all. If you don't have access to that spell, it's a legitimately very difficult encounter. We are going to just examine this thing. I think it's probably going to use Bone Dart. It did not use attack. It's not using Bone Dart. And watch, it's going to use Bone Dart when I fail to escape or something. Alright, we now have enough mana that we can get Gar back in good shape, and then we'll go back in and save the game. Bum, bum. Ba-da-bum, ba-bum, ba-ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Let's see here. So, we're level 19. We need 8 levels under this master, so we're going up to level 26 under this master. So we're going to be under this master for quite a while. We've got a lot of EXP to play with here. Hey, nice. We were able to get through the whole shebang. And here we go. This is what we're looking for. I believe they're both absorbing fire right now, because they should both have the magma armor on. If they don't, then I'm a weirdo. And there we go. We're gonna try this one more time. If not... These actually have a really cool ability that they are consistently not using, which is a little upsetting. So how is the flag get enabled? So we're going to try this one more turn. I don't think they're going to use it because I think somehow the flag isn't actually enabled. I feel like it should be because they have a fire slug with them. But for whatever reason, they're not actually using the ability that I want them to use. So I'll look that up later. Because we need to move on. I am hungry. And as a hungry person, I need to get some food soon. Food is good. And is this the place that I want to be? I don't... I don't know. Maybe the special flag is... I'll have to figure out what's going on with that. The special flag might be getting disabled by the fact that my characters both absorb fire. Okay. I thought there was a shiny here, but apparently that is not the case. Bum. Dum, 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 dum. Do I have an extra turn here? Yes, I do. We're gonna go ahead and monopolize. I can afford to get a little bit of experience here. We are going to try to learn Bone Dart. I didn't already learn it, did I? No, Gar learned... Somebody learned Flying Kick. It's in a surprising manner. Snoozing it up, taking a nap indeed. Oh, he actually cannot learn it. Okay, so Arc can learn Bone Dart, Gar cannot. Gar can't learn it because you can only have 8 skills at a time. That's not what I was expecting to use it, but okay. And then the one guy that I've actually got targeted is the only one who does not actually use the ability. Well played. Snooze. Snooze. Oh, we need to get our hands on the beer. What do we have here? No! You need to use Bone Dart! On the plus side, we're really restoring Arc's resources really effectively here, so that's useful. If that thing in the back just, like, refuses to use Bone Dart for this entire fight, I'm gonna laugh. At some point, it has to use it. You will use Bone Dart! The reason I'm having Examine is so that he doesn't Reprisal, not so that... Damn it! Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use a Rejuve on Gar. We will use Rejuvenate on Gar. Ba-da-boo. Ba-dum. Whoa, 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 what am I doing? So that one's using Bone Dart again. That fucking thing in the back just refuses. See, that one can't even use it anymore because it's out of AP. When I get this, and I will get it, oh yes. That one in the front is always using it, and the one in the back does not want to use it at all. I'm worried about doing it on the Doctor, because I think that the Doctor is going to eventually run out of AP as well. Like, the one in the back, I know for a fact, can use it. And has the same probability each turn of using it as anything else. Well, actually, I don't know. The Zombie Doctor might have a higher probability than the ghouls. I don't know. That thing has not used it once. Oh my god. But yeah, when I get this ability, all this AP that I'm saving up, oh, it's gonna go to use. There is going to be a vengeance upon these enemies. It will be glorious. Wait, what? Neither of them have the AP for it? But that one didn't even use it. God damn it. Okay, so I guess we have to focus on the Zombie Doctor then. It does have a lot of AP. Yeah. Alright. Okay. I'm pretty sure that I opened up this fight with Monopolize, but just in case, I'm going to use Monopolize again. So we now know that we've used Monopolize. We are going to... just keep examining this thing. And if it runs out of AP, or if I get the ability, I'm gonna transform into like a dragon slash defender, or sorry, fire defender, and something else. Thorn probably. And then just use fire breath and blow them all up because they have irritated me with their insolence. On the plus side, I'm getting all my AP back. That's good, at least. But yeah, I think that trying to get enemy skills, I actually should just come back with a full party. This is getting kind of ridiculous. The probability of an individual person getting these skills is actually pretty low. It's just that when you stack multiple people on multiple turns, trying to get them, that it goes well for you. If you thought that I was kidding, I am absolutely not kidding. We're fucking murdering these things. Oh yes. Give me that flame breath. Because I think zombies should be weak against fire, right? Get wrecked. Yeah. Ooh, remedy. So we're up to level 20. We get 10 more HP and 8 more AP. Which actually does improve the quality of our breath weapons. Generally speaking, I don't tend to use the breath weapons, but that's okay. Opponent has the initiative. The opponent is going to kill itself. Alright, so we're going to continue on. Guard's confused. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Let's get going here, see what's over. Looks like over here might be the exit, but we'll check anyway. I think this might be a dead end. It is a dead end, but it's a dead end with a shiny! We get shinies. So yeah, we'll come back to those once we have other stuff. We have a good amount of reason to use. You know, I'm actually just gonna run. I don't know what causes them to use dows. I'm gonna find out. They weren't using it in the previous one. And it seems... Protein? I love protein. Bum, ba, da, ba, ba, dum, bum. And on we go. Whoops. Fail. Failure. Let's go over here. So it's 3 ticks for that. Continue on. Looks like we made it out. Finally. Well now, Mr. Gar. Were you able to get rid of that dragon for us? Who might that young fella be? Don't worry about that. I took care of the dragon for you. It's gone. Really? That's good news. That dragon. He ran around spitting fire on people, killed some of my men, destroyed our machines, and made a pretty bad mess of things here. Something wrong? He's alright, just tired. Anyway, thanks a lot. Come on down to the office to get your payment from the boss. Ba-da-bum-ba-dum. This may not help, but don't judge yourselves too harshly. You're not quite in control of yourself in dragon form. Just try not to think about it. I know I'll never find anything here, but I still keep working at it. Maybe if we get rid of that big dragon chrism in the mine, we won't have to worry about any more dragons. Now we can get back to work again. Thank you very, very much. We weren't able to get any work done here for a long time, all because of that little dragon. Why do you have to show up at this mine? Those dragons are really tough. Huh? I mean, I thought they were supposed to be extinct, right? Sorry we couldn't help you get rid of the dragon. I helped you get rid of the one that was here a long time ago, but this time he was just too much for us. Now that you mentioned it, I remember. There was another dragon here a long, long time ago. Can't remember what happened to him, though. That's not that long. It's been so long I've forgotten how to do my job. We weren't able to get any work done because of the dragon. You got the dragon? That means we'll be able to start working again soon. I hear the Chrism Mind here gets sent all over the world. I don't know the details, I just fix things, see? Okay, I can't actually go in there. Do I want to go in here? Where does this go? Whoa, there's actually random encounters in here? Huh. Shit. Just watch, one of these is gonna use dows. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what the trigger is. Nothing interesting in here. Continue on. If you're looking for the boss, I think he's in the office. Thank you so much. What do you say, Mr. Gar? Why don't you stay here? Just in case any more dragons show up. No thanks. Besides, I don't think you'll be seeing any more dragons. If you say so. I'd really feel a lot better if you were around, though. We must be going. Thank you for the reward. Oh, Mr. Gar. If you're really headed down the mountain, be careful on Ogre Road. We've heard stories about a really ferocious monster on the road. Attacking people. If you want to know more, you should go west of Sin City. Or west to Sin City. Guess he's not afraid, though. I mean, he killed a dragon after all. Suppose getting killed by a dragon's a lot like any other accident. Still, I hope I never meet another dragon. Thanks to you, we can get back to work. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. If you want to rest, you can use this room anytime. Hey, save point. Machines run on Chrism, you feed them. And the men here run on the food I feed them. I eat a lot, but I also work a lot. Another dragon showed up years ago. That fellow there was attacked by it. Do you want to save? I absolutely do. We are going to save. We're saving the game, and that is going to be it for today. So yes, that is going to be it for right now because I am hungry. So speaking of food, we are going to take a break here in the middle of this inn, or not inn, but this food establishment, their cafeteria, and we are going to get ourselves fed. So that's going to be it for right now. Thank you everyone for watching. It has been a pleasure streaming for you today, and next time we will go find out what monsters await us on Ogre Road.